How you doing, everybody? This is Stickers, Mike Goldstein from the C.A.N Report. I just wanted to come at you today, introduce myself. I kind of feel like I jumped off without preparing. I was just so excited to get it out and start something new that I never really introduced myself to everyone. So I thought I would do that tonight. So here it is. Still setting everything up, still trying to figure out how mics work and lights work. And I tell you what, if I could make a podcast about how difficult that is, I'd probably be more successful in that. It is not easy, especially coming at this later in life. But here I go, starting something new. So, me, Mike Goldstein, kind of traveled around a bit until I found my spot in New Hampshire. I'm 46 years old. I'm 45. I'll be 46 in January, believe it or not. No, I do not dye this mustache. It is all natural. So 45 years old, live in Milford, New Hampshire. I'm married with two beautiful girls. They're twins. They're almost 15 in November. So we have two dogs, and we're very active, very busy. Daughters play sports and band, and we're just always the typical American family, just trying to make ends meet and trying to figure out our schedules together and somewhere we'll meet in the middle. My current career, I'm a career firefighter with the Dairy Fire Department. Very proud of that. Very happy to be there. I've been there for almost a year now. I'm sorry, over a year. Got my start in the call service, though, to join the fire service. I started on the Milford Fire Department. That was roughly 12 years ago now. Started as a call member. And then just once I started it, man, I loved everything about it. But before I started as a firefighter, I jumped around from job to job. And when I was in New Hampshire, I landed a job in dispatch, Rockingham Regional Ambulance. And that was a long time ago. Rockingham Regional Ambulance was one of the premier ambulance services in New Hampshire. We had many contracts, provided emergent and non-emergent transports. We had some big contracts with Manchester Fire, Nashua Fire, and we dispatched wheelchair vans, city trucks, you got it. And that went under, and I went looking for jobs, and I was living in Nashua at the time, and I had just become a father when Rockingham Ambulance had closed. Just had my twin girls. We're living in an 800 square foot apartment in the city of Nashua, and trying to figure out how we're going to get to where we need to be and make ends meet. So found our place in Milford, New Hampshire. Found a job dispatching for a place called Milford Area Communications. They dispatch police, fire, and EMS, and loved that job as well. Did really great there. And then while I was living in Milford and working in Milford, I found Milford Fire Department, and it was a great place to call home. Learned a lot. We did a lot for a small town. We did pretty well. We ran over 1,000 calls a year. We did a lot of rescue calls. We did a lot of, we actually had a lot of fires too. So we kept ourselves pretty busy. Training was actually really good. And then while I was working for Milford Air Communications, I moved on up and got a job at Nashua Fire Rescue as a fire alarm operator. And again, really loved it. Moved up to the big leagues, as they would say, and working for the big city in Nashua. That's where you want to be. That's the elite. But I still had that calling to be a firefighter. I loved everything about it. While I was working at Nashua Fire, I was a call lieutenant, and I took great pride in being a call lieutenant. I enjoyed it immensely. Milford Fire then was hiring for 2 new firefighters, full-time firefighters, which is kind of unheard of. It was a big deal for our small town, and I was fortunate enough to be hired as one of those full-time firefighters. So I left Nashua Fire, became a full-time firefighter for the town of Milford. I was there for 5 years, and then once I was kind of outgrown it, I moved up to Dairy Fire, and I've been there now for over a year. And I got to say, it's a humbling thing to start your fire service career up again, already being in it, and then going back into a new department. Being 45 years old, and you have to be humble. You have to know humility to be able to succeed as a 45-year-old probie. And so that's no easy task. And but I really actually did enjoy it. I learned a lot being on probation and starting a new department, a bigger department. with some really smart people, really talented people on that department. And as I started dairy, I started to grow actually even more. And I just dawned on me now that I never really got to grow as much as I wanted to when I was on my previous department. And I started going to more fire conferences when I was on in dairy. I went to a lot, and guys would always bust my chops about, where are you going this week? Where are you going next week? You're going to come to work today? And, they're all just busting my chops, and you have to have a thick skin in the fire service, right? So I found my passion for fire conferences and for going to the outside trainings and meeting so many new and amazing people. It has been a blessing to be able to make friends and meet new people, and um, really be able to think outside the box with a lot of these outside conferences that I go to, which helps me also as a state fire instructor. So I left that part out. I'm also a fire instructor for the state of New Hampshire. I'm a staff and state instructor. Again, another thing I'm very proud of. I absolutely enjoy teaching. That's probably one of my biggest passions that I have, is being able to be at the academy and teach all the new firefighters, young and old. I like to be able to think outside the box a bit. I go a little bit off curriculum on the practical skills, because I think it's important that we teach actual life skills, what we actually going to use when we're in the field and not just out of the textbooks. Going to those conferences, I get to bring that back and show the students what it's like to go outside your comfort zone and be a student yourself. I'm always a student. I'll never stop learning. So that's a big part of me. Is I love the whole culture of the fire service. I love training. I love education. I love to go to outside conferences. I also volunteer my time with the New Hampshire Fire Explorer program. We have a program that we do in the end of June called the Explorer Academy, and that's young cadets from around the state that and outside the state that come to New Hampshire and spend a week at the New Hampshire Fire Academy. And we have instructors and guest speakers lined up, and we help to educate 55 plus cadets of the fire service. We get to teach them extrication, we get to teach them fire behavior, we get to teach them ropes, hose advancement, nozzle work, ladders, how to use your gear, EMS, the whole thing. And they get to learn how to be a team. They get to get outside their comfort zone for a full week away from their families, and they immerse themselves into the fire culture and to enjoy being at the academy and being a part of a team and being part of a working firehouse. So I'm really proud of being a part of that program. It's one of, again, my big passions that I have right now. I spend a lot of time on that. So it's a big part of my life, and I want to let you guys know about me. So starting the C.A.N report, which stands for Conditions, Actions, and Needs. The fire service has a lot of acronyms, right? I'm not even going to go into all of them, but C.A.N stands out for me. That's what we usually give for our kind of quick report. If we arrive on scene and we got things going on, the battalion chief might come up and say, "What's your C.A.N report?" Right? So, what's your conditions and actions and needs? What do you have going on? What's the actions you're going to take to solve your problem? And what's your needs? What do you need from me? And I think the C.A.N report has a lot to do with that for the fire service and what we talk about. As I talk to our guests, I love to know what their C.A.Ns are. What is their conditions that they have in life? What are they going through? Or what makes them tick? The actions. What actions do they take to solve their problems or to get outside their own comfort zone? Or what kind of actions keeps the spark alive in their life? Right. So, and their needs. What is their needs in life? What is it? Their next goal? What is it that they have that they're trying to achieve? So those are the things that I like to involve in my podcast. I've been inspired a lot by other podcast platforms, Relentless Rejects, and of course National Fire Radio, and Big Papa, the Firehouse Vigilance, right? So Corley Moore, like those are really inspirational to me, and Tailboard Misfits, all those guys, and all what they have is amazing what they put out there, and I've been inspired to put out something on my own. but because I love the state of New Hampshire so much, I really wanted to showcase New Hampshire. I grew up in a lot of different places. I grew up in California. I was born in New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico. What's up? Um, I love Albuquerque. I still have family there. My mother and I have a twin sister. She lives there. My father lives there. I've been around with that. I used to live in Arizona as well, so I'm very familiar with the dry heat. We have the wet heat. You guys have the dry heat. You guys can keep the dry heat, but um, I love the whole area there. And then I spent a little bit of time in New Jersey. So I've been around the block, and I thoroughly enjoy learning as much as I can. But I love what New Hampshire has to offer for our rich history. I mean, New England is known for its history, and we have a strong fire service history. But as I've done my trainings and gained more experience in this state and this fire service, I've come across some really amazing people that I just really want people to know about. That either they never been seen, right? I know we're not supposed to talk about ourselves. We're supposed to be humble, and we really should focus on our fire service, right? We're giving back to others, but I feel like I should be giving back to the people that have helped inspire me and motivate me. And I see them work and they just do their work. They don't ask for recognition. They don't care about being on podcasts. They don't care about social media platforms. Those are the hard chargers. Those are the people out there. They're just making their way, and they don't even know that they're providing that service to people like us who look up to them. And so there's a lot out there, and I'm hoping to build that list of those people who can get their names and their voices out. We have a lot of people up here that have side hustles as well. They're full-time firefighters, but at the same time, they have some really good side businesses that they thoroughly enjoy, that they're very passionate about. And I really love to bring that to light so people can see how they've made a difference on their side jobs, whether they're an artist or they're landscapers or they do leather work or they do some type of consulting. I think it's impressive that they can do all of that and still work their fire jobs as well. There's people out there as well who have overcome some great medical conditions and fulfilled their dream of becoming a career firefighter. And I think that's something to be proud of. And I want people to hear about it. I want people to see it. So I want everyone to know about New Hampshire, the Granite State, the man in the mountain, although rest in peace, man in the mountain. He died a few years ago. But if you haven't been to New Hampshire, you really should check it out. We have a good training grounds. The foliage right now is gorgeous. The summers are amazing. If you love skiing, we've got it all: beaches, mountains, camping, everything's so close away. And we're only 45 minutes away from Boston. So where I live, I'm only 45 minutes away. But I'm not just doing just New Hampshire as well. I got some brothers and sisters that I've been reaching out to, and I'm going to get them on this platform as well. A lot of guys from Texas and Colorado and where else I can find them. But I'm really excited about bringing this to everybody else, and hopefully we can make it fun and not screw up too much. But I know I will, and hopefully it just keeps getting better and better. And you guys keep listening, and I can get some really good guests on here. Again, I'm really excited for this platform, but for today, I just wanted everyone to know about me. Oh yeah, you know what? Why do they call me Stickers? Well, when I joined the Milford Fire Department, people have nicknames for firefighters. Some have them, some don't. And when I started, everyone said, "Well, Mike needs a nickname. What are we going to give him for a nickname?" And one of the guys, Mike Rush, he said, "I don't know. Look at his tattoos. I mean, all of his tattoos, they look like stickers." And someone said, "Hey, man, that's a great idea. Let's call them Stickers." I didn't have much of a say about it, right? So I wasn't going to fight it. So the nickname stuck, and I got stuck with Stickers, and I'm actually kind of proud of it. So that's my persona. That's my nickname, and a lot of people around town know who that is. But I'm very excited to talk with a lot of you, and hopefully you all enjoy it. And I'm going to get a lot of tips and tricks along the way to make this better, and hopefully we can all take this journey together and have fun with it. So if there's any questions you all have for me, please let me know. Always reach out to me. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, the YouTube channel, and the Spotify. So if you go on YouTube, please click like, subscribe, and we can keep making this go strong for a long time. Again, I want to give a big shout out to a lot of people who have supported me and actually pushed me into doing this. Man, I've been taking a while to hit that record button because I was pretty scared and wasn't sure how I was going to do this, and now we're here. But I want to give a shout out to all the people who supported me and kept telling me to push record, and once I did it, actually the more people that came out and said, congratulations, I'm happy you're doing this, and this is a really good thing for the fire service and for state of New Hampshire as well. So thank you to all of you for supporting me, encouraging me, motivating me, and inspiring me. I'm pretty lucky to have so many people. I feel truly blessed. Just so you know, I'm got a conference coming up. We're going to Lieutenant Joey D at the end of the month. Going to be up there, or I should say down there. Going to go with a lot of guys from New Hampshire, so we're going to go down to New York, Staten Island, October 31st on Halloween for the Joey D conference. I'm pumped for that. Never been. I hear really good things about it. So when I come back from that, we'll have some good stuff to talk about, and of course, we'll meet new people and get some new skills. And it's all about, right, education, expanding your mind, getting out that comfort zone, being comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I'm excited for doing this. This is uncomfortable. So we'll get it going. Thank you all for listening and tuning in. Don't forget to click and subscribe, and we'll be talking to you soon. Take care. Much love.